Shirley, Gemini Stitcher, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And this little cutie here is Esme. Yes, she was named after Esme Young from the Sewing Bee, and she's a naughty little schnauzer who's just turned 18 months old. So she may not stay on camera the whole time because she gets bored very, very easily, but she's decided to snuggle up with Mummy this morning. This vlog is my Monday Make Some Plans, and I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who subscribed to my channel last week. Wowza, I had over 40 odd subscribers from one vlog. It's weird, isn't it, how YouTube promotes some of your vlogs and then some of them, they just seem to disappear into a black hole somewhere. But I did a vlog last week on my 2023 makes and mishaps. So if you haven't seen it, bob back and have a look, because it's obviously, well, YouTube obviously thought it was a good one. They've really promoted it and it's got over 2,000 views and I got 40 odd subscribers from it, which is amazing. So if you're one of those people who subscribed off that vlog, thank you so, so much. Welcome to the Crazy Sewing Gang. I do a vlog on a Monday, which is my Monday Make Some Plans for the week, which sometimes I stick to, most times I don't, let's be honest. We get distracted by beautiful fabrics. But I do try. It's to try and give me a little bit of structure in my sewing life. And then on a Wednesday or Thursday, I put another vlog out there, which is just whatever I'm interested in that week. This week, it's going to be on Thursday, and it's going to be my Make 9 plans with a Christine twist. So keep your eyes peeled for that. If you've subscribed, but you're not getting told about my vlogs going live, then you need to hit that subscription bell. A little image will hopefully have popped up of what I'm talking about. If you tick that, then every time I put a vlog out, YouTube will send you a little message and then you don't miss any. So, the second Monday of January. Now, last week's plans were, I had 3 garments that I needed to make. And the first one was to finish the Narva Coat. Now, there's a saga with this coat, isn't it? I'm getting blocked at every opportunity, but I am determined to get it finished. Still not done, but I've got a really good excuse. It's broken my sewing machine. I know. Something's gone wrong with it. So if you've got a brother MV1300 or a brother electronic and this has happened, please tell me it's fixable. The machine has an auto cut-off device so that if the needle hits something hard, it cuts everything out and switches the machine off and comes up with a fault, which is brilliant because it means that you very rarely break a needle and it saves the timing going out of sync. So it's a good device. However, with this coat, I must have had the wrong needle in. That's all I can think. I think I did have the wrong needle in, if I'm honest. Now I'm thinking about it. But I was finishing it off this morning. All I had to do was sew the lining to the coat, hem the sleeves, do the lining hem on the sleeves, and the same at the bottom. And then the coat was all finished. Sewing the lining into the coat, I hit one of the seams where there's a lot of layers and the needle wouldn't go through. It started juddering. The the auto cut off obviously didn't work quickly enough. Manically turned the machine off myself. And when I've turned it back on, the mechanism makes the noise to adjust the needle to where it's meant to be, but the needle's not moving. I'm not going to worry about it. It is due a service, so I'm over the direction of the sewing machine shop. I take it to Lord's in Accrington. They're a brother dealership and they're very, very good. So I'll take it over on Thursday. I'm not going to go manically rushing over there today. I've got other things I can do. So my sewing plans for this week have changed a little bit, well, a lot. So the coat's still not done. This was on my plans, and it is the Sable Boyfriend cardigan from Style Arc. I've got it on today because it's turned very chilly outside, so I'm layered up and loving it. I've made it in a fabric, can't remember the name of the fabric, but it was from Fabric Godmother. If they've still got it in stock, I will bob you the link below. Here's me doing a twirl in my Sable Boyfriend cardigan. Now, this cardigan is extremely oversized, and hopefully you'll see from there when I'm showing you the width. I sized down by 2 sizes from what the garment measurements said, and it's still quite big, but I want it as a layering piece, so that's fine. I'm happy with the size, but if you want it more fitted, I would go down 3 sizes. Seriously, it's huge. So that was make number 2 finished, and then make number 3 was the Winter in London trousers. Not even started them, not even cut them out. Naughty me. Because what I made instead was one of my challenges to myself in 2024 is to try to make more big 4 patterns. By that I mean the new look, the simplicity, the style, what else is the Vogue? I think there's 5 actually, because yeah, there is 5. I steer away from these patterns because I know the instructions are, to be quite honest, rubbish compared to indie patterns that give you a lot of detail in the booklets. So if you're new or fairly new to sewing, stick with the indie patterns. If you've been struggling and you've been using the mainstream patterns, they are a bit cheaper, I'll give you that, but it's not worth it when your garment doesn't work out, where you can't understand the instructions and you do it wrong. But I've been sewing a long time and I used to use these patterns a lot. There wasn't any other alternative. So really, I've no excuse. I have got a few of them in my stash that I've not used, and I'm going to force myself to try and use them. So I've made one this week. And here it is. Find out, Esme. How gorgeous is that fabric? It's a simplicity pattern, and I'll put the number at the bottom. And it's got a lovely crossover. I want to call it a cowl neck, but it's not because it's got a dip in the middle. And it crosses over at the front. And then we have these 2 cute points at the bottom. Nice floaty bell style sleeves. And the piece de resistance, which I'm really proud of, is it's got a concealed, because it's fitted. You're getting buried there, aren't you, Esme? Because it's fitted, it's got a concealed zip. But look at that pattern matching. And the only indication there's a zip is that little zip pull at the top. There you go. Super proud of that. So hopefully, just pop it out of the way, then Esme can come back and join us. I'll be bobbing up a little twirl that I've done in my new top. Really pleased with it. I made up a size 12 because the mainstream patterns are in UK sizes and size 12, and it fits maybe a little bit too snugly, but it's okay because I'm on a mission of healthy eating now. Isn't everybody in January? After all the rubbish that I've eaten over the Christmas period. Don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. A little bit too much, I think. Yes, and the pounds have come on. So hopefully I'm going to lose a little bit of weight and it'll fit me a little bit better. But it's fine. It's just a little bit snug around the middle. So yes, a size 12. As I said at the beginning, the instructions are bobbins, particularly when it comes to doing the wrap over bit and how they tell you to do that. Could not understand it at all. A lot of head scratching. Ended up with it laid out in front of me on the dining room table, pinning it together as it would be when it was finished. Tried it on and worked backwards from there, and that's how I ended up. And then once I'd done that, it clicked into place and I understood what they were trying to tell me in the instructions. But yeah, if that had been an indie pattern, I wouldn't have had to do that. I know I wouldn't. So, if you like this top as much as I do, now it's made, and you're interested in making it, but I've put you off, I'm sorry for one. But I am intending on making another one in a more lightweight fabric for spring, because this has been done in a Robert Kaufman flannel, which is a winter weight, obviously. So I want to make one in either a cotton lawn or a more floaty version, probably a viscose, to be honest. So if you're interested in me doing a sew along for that, let me know and I'll do the sew along, and that way you won't need to worry about the rubbish instructions. You can buy the pattern, watch me, and get a top like that. What do you think? Let me know if you think it's worth me doing and you like it as much as I did. So that's my makes from last week. Cut short, I would have had the coat finished, but I've broken Shirley. I'm doing that a lot lately, aren't I? Anyway, it is what it is. So plans for next week are going to have to be Jersey and change my plans because I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm not going to be taking the sewing machine until Thursday, so it's probably going to be tail end of next week. Well, this Thursday. Oh, might end up being 2 weeks, might it? Lots of jersey sewing. I am going to do a lot of cutting out. And so I'm going to get the new electric scissors set up. And I'm going to get a lot of things cut out. So I'm going to record that and I'm going to be cutting out in different types of fabric and we'll give it a good go. So that's something else in the pipeline. So I can get that recorded this week. And then you can get my version, and then you can get my unbiased opinion of the electric scissors, which I'm hoping, if people tell me what I think, it's going to help me with the pain there in my hands when I'm cutting out. Because when I'm cutting out a batch cut, I don't just cut one garment out. I have project bags and I cut probably 8-9 garments out at a time, put them all in the project bags. So you can imagine all that cutting out isn't good on my thumb. So the electric scissors for me, I'm hoping, will be a godsend. So I'm going to do lots of cutting out. The other thing that I'm going to be doing is sorting out my pattern stash. I've got lots of patterns and I don't use them because I forget that I've got them. So I did start to sort it out. Now I know you can do this on Stash Hub, but I don't think it's for me. I've got myself 3 lever arch files. I'm going to print out the images of sort all my drawers out with my patterns in, print out the images, make notes on that, put them in the lever arch file in punch pockets, in sections, and then when I want to make a dress, I can get the folder out with the dresses in, have a look through. And I'm going to do that to try and stop me buying new patterns, because sometimes I bought the same pattern twice. How crazy is that? Because I've forgotten I've bought it. And I might probably 9 times out of 10 have a pattern that's very, very similar to the one that I've seen and think, ooh, I really need that pattern in my life. I'm going to check what I've got. A few tweaks, and I reckon I won't be to buy many patterns this year. Fingers crossed. But I've got to get the files set up first, so that's on my radar this week, seeing as how Shirley's poorly. And then I have got some jersey fabrics out to try and do some on my new baby lock overlocker. So the first 2 fabrics, kind of in my way, Esme. You're not for moving, are you? I've got this beautiful golden yellow velour fabric, and I've got a contrasting grey in the same fabric. So I'm going to make some snuggly loungewear set, because I'm going on a trip, Shirley, and I want some new loungewear to take with me. So that's what that's going to be. I'm probably going to do the Plateau joggers, because they're my favourite joggers. I love the pocket detail. They're from Closet Core Patterns. I will bob the link below if you want to make some joggers and you've not got a pattern that you love. Try the Plateau joggers. They're the only ones I make these days. So I'm going to do Plateau joggers. The top that I want to make with them is a new to me pattern, and it is the Uno Hoody from Sinclair Patterns. I will bob an image of it up here. You can do this with a cowl neck or a hood, and I'm thinking of the cowl neck version in this will be really snuggly loungewear. So that is plan number 1 to make a start on. I'm not going to be able to finish it because I won't have a sewing machine, but I can do all the overlooking that I can and see how far I get. The next thing I want to make a start on is this beautiful, beautiful fabric. And I want to make the Portia dress from Sew Over It in this fabric. Now, it has got a decent amount of stretch in it, so I'm hoping it's going to work for the Portia dress, and I think it's going to look stunning in this fabric for spring and early spring and autumn. This dress, I love the fabric. Now I think I have got about 3 meters of this, so if there's any left, I'm going to make another Nikko top. This is the Nikko top. Wear them loads. So yeah, Portia dress, Nikko top, if there's any left. And then the last thing that I've got on my radar, well, this is the first thing actually, but the last thing I'm showing you. You can tell this is the fabric that I've made this Sabel cardigan in. And it's great because I've got some left, and I love it when there's enough left to make another garment. And I'm going to make a Nikko top in this because it's a little bit thicker than the jerseys I've been using, and I think it'll be nice and snuggly. So I have hopefully got enough of that to get myself a Nikko as well. So that is the first thing I'm going to do because it's an easy sew. I know I can get most of it done on my overlocker, so I don't need Shirley other than the hemming, which I can do whenever. So that's the plans sewing wise for this week. What else have I got to tell you about? Oh yes, I've been planning this. Well, only a few days really, but with me, I get an idea in my head and it goes, snowballs. Sometimes they don't come off, do they? But this one has fairly well snowballed. I wanted to do initially a collab with somebody and the pogo knit top. And I sat there and thought, well, yeah, a few people have already done them as a standard collab. So I thought, what can we do that's a little bit different? So I've decided that we're going to do a pogo knit party. And it's going to take place on the 29th of February because this year is a leap year. So I've put it in the Sewing Vloggers group to see if anybody was interested in doing it. I've got an amazing response, and there's 14 people so far, 14 vloggers who are all going, hopefully, if it comes off, excuse me, itchy nose, are all going to do a little vlog at the beginning of February, and they may incorporate it in with their Friday sales if that's what they do. I might add mine to my Monday make some plans. But anyway, the beginning of February, we're all going to have a little chat about what our plans are for our pogo knits, and we're all going to sew them up through February. And then on the 29th, we're all going to put a vlog up of our pogo knit make. And we're calling it a pogo knit party because there's so many of us all doing it together. I can't wait. And it gets even better because, so rewind, if you're a vlogger and you don't know about it, then put a comment below. You're more than welcome to join us. I'm going to, because not everybody is in the vlogging group, so I'm going to get a list of people and then I'm going to set a chat up, I think on Instagram, and put everybody in the Pogo Knit Party chat group, and then everybody's in the same place. Yeah. I can't wait. So if you want to join us, bob a comment below and I'll add you to the VIP Pogo Knit Party list. And then the lovely Paige Joanna from Friday Pattern Company has also offered us some free PDF patterns to celebrate the party. So she's offered one for me to give out as a draw, and she said another one for me for setting up the idea, which is very, very nice of her. But I've decided that one of the PDFs is going to go on an Instagram draw so that anybody can post a picture of their pogo knit on the 29th and go into the draw to win the free Friday Pattern Company PDF. So as a thank you to all the other lovely vloggers who've supported me in this, I'm going to put the other PDF up into a draw, a vlogger draw, to say thank you to everybody for supporting me. So if you want the chance of winning a free PDF, you've got two chances. You can pop your post on Instagram on the 29th and tag me in. I'll give full details when I've figured it out in my head. This is me just talking it through with you and sorting it out while I'm chatting. So yeah, that's the basic idea. And then one for the vloggers, one for Instagram. Can't wait. Really looking forward to that one. So if you've been thinking about making the pogo nip, make it in February and join the party, either on YouTube through your vlog or on Instagram if you're not on YouTube, and then everybody gets a chance of winning a Friday Pattern Company PDF pattern. Fabulous. So the last thing I want to talk about today, because I've been waffling on forever, is I've been doing a shout out of the week for small sewing channels. So if you know of any, or you watch, or you are a small sewing channel, let me know. And I've not given you a shout out, then comment it, put your YouTube channel in the comments below, and I'll go and have a look, and I'll add you to my list of shout outs. But this week I want to go back to somebody who I shouted out a while ago, and it's the lovely Mandy from Make It So. Now, she's just reached her 500 subscribers, and she was really chuffed to bits about that, and so was I. Well done, Mandy. But obviously, she still needs to grow her channel, and she's going to be doing some really interesting things in the not too distant future. One of them is she's doing a collab. So Mandy is teaming up with Sam from So Let's Sparkle with Sam, and they're going to do a collab of the Sirocco jumpsuit. That's the Sirocco. It is on my radar. I did it as a play suit for my hauls last year, but I've not done the full jumpsuit. So I'm going to be interested to watch that one and get some hints and tips from the ladies. I didn't have the fit quite right, so that put me off a little bit, but yes, it's definitely on my radar. So yeah, give Mandy's channel a follow, subscribe to it, and then when they bring out their review, you won't miss out. The last little bit of news I've got, which you might be interested, you might not, is I'm all excited about it. At the end of January, Guthrie and Garvey are doing a sample sale, and they're doing a little event that's on the Friday and Saturday. And I'm going down to Birmingham, staying over Thursday and Friday night with the lovely Sam, Sequin Girly. We chat loads. We've done lots of things together last year, and we've never actually met in person. It's weird, isn't it? But we're going to meet up in Birmingham, and we're also going to meet up with Becky from What Beck Sews and Adele from Sew for Serenity. And we're all going to the Friday invitation only event at Guthrie and Garvey on the Friday evening. If there's still tickets, it's a ticketed event, and if there's still tickets left and you're interested in going, I'll pop the link below. Then on the Saturday, it's a free for all. So we're going to the Friday. We've decided we want to get first dibs on what they've got to offer. We're also going to go, so we're going down on the Thursday, and then on the Friday in the day, we want to go to the rag market, the famous Birmingham rag market. And and then we're going to go to Barry's, and then in the evening, we're going to go to Guthrie and Garvey to the event. And then the Saturday, I think we'll probably just chill. Depends how we feel after all the hustle and bustle of Friday. But if there's somewhere we want to go back to, then we've got Saturday morning till lunchtime to go back. Yeah, so if you know any other fabrics places around the Birmingham area that we should be going to while we're there, then please let me know. And I can't wait. I'm so excited. Right, that's it. I'm done. That was a big Monday make some plans, wasn't it? I need to hopefully get Shirley fixed for next week, but I can't guarantee that. Depends how busy they are at the repair shop. If not, I'll just have to keep tidying my sewing room, won't I? But yeah, the pattern thing I need to get done, don't I? I definitely need to get that sorted, and that's going to open up a whole new world of patterns to me, because there'll be patterns there that I'd forgotten I even flipping well bought. So I'm going to get that done, I think, tomorrow, and take it from there. Lots of cutting out and some jersey sewing, and falling in love with my baby look, spending a bit more time on that. So lots to do, even without a sewing machine. So all's good. Right, I'm definitely going now. Don't forget, Thursday is my Make 9, and it's a fabric version of the Make 9. So if you're interested in what my plans are on the Make 9 grid, then make sure you've got that notification bell set, and then you'll get a little message from YouTube telling you when I've loaded it up. So take care, and I will hopefully see you on Thursday. Happy sewing, everybody. Bye for now.